Hey everyone, welcome back to Stardew Valley. I think I think I finally started to pick this up again. As I say, the pick up my road. Put that get back. Okay, so wow, I am professional. I've really started to feel like I can get into the swing of this. I think I've decided that I'm going to be doing at least 2 episodes a week, at my current pace. And this is mostly due to the fact that my education does take precedence. I'm not going to bank on this. Like some people, they bank on it and it can end up ruining them. For some people, they bank on it. Excuse me. They can bank on it and it will go fantastically for them. Unfortunately for me, I doubt that I'm going to be one of the people who it's going to work out amazingly well for. I think this is probably just going to end up being something that's it's going to be something that I'm going to try to do my best at keeping up with and utilizing and doing. But I cannot guarantee that this is going to be something that's going to go great for me. And I think that's what can really be said about the entire YouTube community as a whole. You can't expect it to go well 100% of the time. And you can hardly expect it to go well 80% of the time. Um, Hell, dropping down to like 30% of the time, it rarely goes well for anyone. Um, and this is not to discourage people from trying. This isn't to discourage people from uh, going out and trying to make a name for themselves. But this is sort of I guess one of this is a caveat of don't go into this thinking that it's definitely going to work out because there is no guarantee that this is going to work out. Um, and I guess that's just sort of the mentality that I'm adopting here is that I'm not going to put my heart and soul into it. I'm going to put a lot into this. I'm going to try to do more content more often. Once I get a better job and I'm more available, I will be uploading more regularly. Hell, I might even be able to upload on a daily basis. Um, I know I probably don't have a fan base quite yet, and I don't know if I ever will, but I think I can really I really think I can contribute a different perspective to this community. And it's really unfortunate where the YouTube community really is going nowadays, where you have all this unfortunate strife. I want to say is the correct word. Um, with the YouTube community right now, where you have people who are false flagging channels or doing terrible things with their content uh, to creators. And sometimes these people that are doing these things aren't even creators themselves. They don't understand, or seemingly don't understand that this isn't just some hobby. This isn't something that we're just doing. At least people who do this for a living. This is some people's lives, some people's careers. This is what they do, and if they can't do it, they can't support themselves. They can't support their families. They can't support the people that matter to them or their own livelihood. Um, and when you interfere with that by trying to destroy their channel, you're destroying someone's life, and no one deserves that. I don't care if they say something that you don't like or they do something that you don't like, because there's people that I don't like. That I'm not a perfect individual. I'm far from it. And I will admit, there are people that I would like to give a few choice words and say, hey, screw you, pal. You're not a good person in almost any sense of the word. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to do these terrible things that people are doing. Um, like there was this one instance where there was a YouTuber that I'm a very big fan of, Bark Skeletor, Joel, uh, Joel of Vinesauce Joel. I'm a big fan of his. I really like his content. I think he's a great guy. Um, but his account got hacked by a dude named Towel. Fuck that guy. Um, and if this was anyone who did not have the power or the resources in order to get that kind of thing resolved, that could destroy a smaller channel. I mean, sure, the Vine Sauce community isn't the biggest community on YouTube, but for some people, if you're a small enough creator, your livelihood is just destroyed by that kind of attack. And it's so unfortunate that people have just so much disregard, or it almost just seems like hate in their hearts and in their bodies and in their minds, that they would do these things to people. And this is something that I really want to try to discourage pretty much anyone from doing. Is we as a species are a social species. And yes, whilst the socialization of our species can only go so far, why would you want to waste your time and your effort in your life tearing someone apart, or tearing yourself or other people apart? It's so saddening when I see these things. And I don't have any like recent examples, and when I say recent, I mean like super, super recent. Um, but I think this is like YouTube has been around long enough that, oh hey, old Mariner, I got this old Andy subs. Interesting. Never seen that guy before, but I think the YouTube community, like most people, have probably been here long enough to know what I'm talking about, to know about just some of the unfortunate behavior that seems to permeate the YouTube culture. And it's just a bummer. And I didn't mean to start this episode off, with a bumming statement, like the whole heartfelt kind of, hey, here's the thing. Um, but I just want people to know that whilst I am new, I understand the atmosphere, I understand the community, I understand what it takes to do well and what it takes to do great. Um, and I really want to do both. I want to do well, and I want to do it. I want to. When I say I want to do well, I mean to produce good content. Um, and then not only do I want to produce good content, I want that content to be available to people. I want people to see it. I want people to share it. I want people to enjoy it. And I'm not saying, because I want to be popular. It would be awesome if if a popularity went up and I actually made a name for myself. But that's not really why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I've seen these people, and they just seem so happy doing what they do, and that's all I've ever wanted in my life. And I think anyone can really agree with that. You want to find something that you can be happy doing, and just do it. Like, I know that like people that do this for a living, they know they're not going to be able to do this their entire lives. Um, and I know I've talked about, I talk about Markiplier, I'll talk about other YouTubers. That's the thing that I'm going to do that some people might, discourage or otherwise. I'm going to talk about other YouTubers. I'm going to talk about big YouTubers, and I'm going to talk about them in my own personal opinion. People even like Markiplier, have stated that they're not going to be able to do this their entire lives. If they could, they would, but they know they're not going to be able to. This is why they have other plans. This is why, in case things don't work out, they can take care of themselves. Like, another good example is Aaron and Danny, the Game Grumps. Daniel Abaddon, or Danny Sexbang, he is a artist. He is a musician. Musicians are artists, but he has a good thing going for him, and Game Grumps is really good for him as well. Aaron, he's a super talented animator. He's a very talented voice actor. He's a very talented. He's even done some music. He's with Starbomb. Um, they're all very talented. Ross, I actually didn't even realize that I was a fan of Ross. I I didn't even realize, because I was a fan of his Rubber Ninja, some of his animations with Rubber Ninja. And I didn't realize that that was even Ross when I first started watching the Game Grumps, because I was completely unaware of the Game Grumps for the longest time. But anyways, enough about the community as a whole. Let's kind of go back to let's kind of go back to me. And I don't mean to be selfish here, but I kind of want to tell some people about myself. This is the third episode of Stardew Valley. This is when these episodes are going to start taking a sort of a life of their and we're eventually going to start having to make our own goals, make our own plans. And all I can say is that I'm looking forward to it. I love this game. I'm always going to be doing stuff, and it's going to give me a lot of time to talk. Because that's the thing about this game is that there is a lot of running around, doing a lot of wet work, and not really having a lot of lot to look at. This game does involve a lot of sitting around and doing the same thing over and over, at least to a small extent. That's like cleaning the place up every season or tending to the fields, chopping down trees, etc. I'm already exhausted. There's no point in not just driving myself over the edge again. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I actually explained this, but exhaustion. If you become exhausted, your character, once you have the exhausted condition, which is when you drive your energy bar past 0, you gain the exhausted condition. When you are exhausted, you can act normally, if you bring your energy back up, of course. But, and here's the big but, when you wake up with, I think, about half of the amount of energy. So overexerting yourself on one day can screw up the rest of your week. Well, not the rest of your week, but it can screw up the next day. And that can be really unfortunate, especially early on when every day actually does make a almost significant difference, I want to say. I'm also not going to worry about it too much right now. I'm just going to, if you're new to this game, if you want to get into it, which I would recommend almost anyone get into it. This game is amazingly fun. It is satisfying to play. It is, it's just overall fun. I enjoy it. I like this game. I like it a lot. And I will always sing it praise. Yeah, I have enough time to go. I don't know what that noise is, by the way. Because I've heard that noise a few times. I don't know what that means. If anyone wants to let me know what that noise is, I'd be much appreciated. Fuck this field. Oh my god. Also, this field is the absolute worst, because you don't actually get to be able to clear all these fucking boulders until you upgrade your pick a bunch. And I have no idea, so I have no idea what that is. So let's go in here. Let's see, let's check the map. The wizard is over here. Let's see. Sometimes in this kind of spot right here, a caravan lady will be. She'll sell you rare or unusual items. And that can help you, like, if you don't have certain items, like, say you don't have a rabbit's foot, or you don't have a goat's a milk or something, you can buy them from her, and that's if you're doing the route of what I would call, Scrooge Ojacorp. There's fuck. I can't actually perform any actions because I am exerted. Alright. So let's just head back home, go to bed. And I think I'm going to do these in 2-day increments. I feel like maybe that's what I should do. Because I don't want this. I mean, this is like just a 15-minute episode of just me talking. So I don't feel like that's enough. That's enough content for one episode. But I should really keep to a strict time schedule more than just I don't feel good about this. No, fuck that. I'm gonna do this right. Did I check the TV today? No, I did not. This is what I like. Rain all day tomorrow. Okay. Fortune teller. Good humor today. Haha. And we're gonna go to bed. Oh, and we'll be able to see how much money you actually get from that. 160 from 2 corals very early on. That's a decent cash, especially when you are in your first couple of days of not having any money. But yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna set a timer for the next episode, but uh, I guess this is where I'm gonna leave off. Uh, I oh well, I guess. All right. I'll see you guys next time in the next episode. Ta-ta.